I'm so glad we had this time together, hanging out for a monster box or two. You guys know the sound of that song. My investment group, they know the sound of that song. When I'm starting to sing the goodnight song for Carol Burnett, that means it is time for this odyssey in a monster box to end. We are going to finish tonight with Philharmonics. And guys, you've seen my rolls of fills, and you know I love some Philharmonics. Why? Because they do not suffer any kind of duty restrictions in Europe because they're valued in what? In euros. 1.5 to be exact. And that's actually a lot. In dollar terms, that's probably like two and a half, like $2.25 or something, $2.50. Anyway, so here we've got 2011 Philharmonics. That's the first two rows. And then the bottom row here is just 2015s. Okay. And year to year, Philharmonics, they do pretty good. They gather premium and stuff. These I managed to get on a flash sale from Provident. I always bring up Provident because they give me good deals and stuff. But these we got on a flash sale from Provident. And I think at the time, spot price had dropped below 14. So the spot price was somewhere in the 13s, like 13.88. I saw these on a flash sale. I was able to get these for 14.49 or 14.47 or something like that. So I maxed my credit card out and I got as many as I could. I think I ended up with like, I don't know, probably 300 of them. But you had seen my rolls of them. These are the ones that keep capsulized for quick sale. Now there's some 2013s out there that carry a high premium. I think it's because they're lower mintage. These, like I said, are 2015s. All right. And these are 2011s. And you can see they don't really change much year to year. In fact, they don't change at all except for the year denomination on them. Well, the year denominated on them. The actual denomination doesn't change. The design doesn't change. You have the orchestral string instruments on the front and the Philharmonic Hall on the back. Standard Philharmonic stuff. But I'm going to tell you, in terms of diversity, in terms of versatility, excuse me, of the coin, you really can't beat the Philharmonic. People don't know that yet. They don't have, they're very generic in their design, in the way retailers handle them, the way they're sold. Like it's kind of like nobody really cares. But I'm telling you, when we start to get on the other side of this economic shift, I'm always talking about economic shift and the economic rollover and the new paradigm and the economy falling in on itself or debt collapsing because it's too heavy, your credit cards failing, all this stuff. And I know it sounds like a bunch of doomsayer talk, but I'm telling you, man, just follow any of the financial outlets out there. You don't even have to be selective anymore. They're all talking about it. If you want to listen to George Gammon, go ahead and do that. He's on YouTube. If you want to listen to Mike Maloney, he's on YouTube. If you want to listen to Peter Schiff, he's on YouTube. Jim Rickards, Jim Rogers, James Turk. Any of these guys that have been in the game 40, 50 years, they can tell you what's coming because they've seen it coming for a long time. Jim Grant's one of my favorite guys, the interest rate observer. He's telling you the kind of contortions and crazy, crazy creative things that our Federal Reserve Bank, which is the bank for banks here in the United States, is doing just to keep the stock market in a positive, light. All right. And these are all things that are taxable events. They're going to come after us for taxes to pay for this stuff at some point. And we're talking in the trillions of dollars. That's a lot per individual that's out there working. If you're not working and you're in on a dole, well, you're lucky because you don't have to deal with it. But us that are out there working, we are going to get hosed and fleeced like you cannot believe unless you begin to trap and store and inoculate and freeze and armor your wealth in these metal assets, these precious metals, these coined denominated precious metals from sovereign mints around the world. They've been doing it for years, and now you're able to get them for cheap. Silver is the most undervalued hard asset out there. I've talked about a chart that shows every hard asset in the world in the last 40 years from the 1980 high when they had a big market crash event has gone up in value. Okay? Every single one except for silver. Silver's gone down 2/3 from where it was at that 1980 high, while everything else has gone up 1.5 times to 2 times as much. And that includes zinc and iron and copper, for Pete's sake. You're telling me silver is two times less, worth less than it was back then? Today? Come on. And they use it in everything, like I said. So, 2011 and 2015, Philharmonics is closing out the monster box of coins that we've gone through today. Korea and Britain and the island of Niue and China and Chad. All right, we've been doing all that, and tonight we're going to finish with Phil, our good friend from across the pond, the 1.5 euro sovereign coin from Austria. Thank you guys for joining us on the Silver 5150 channel. And as always, if you like this kind of content, please share, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the other side. Take care.